Glass Onion has just been released, and now we know that there will be a Knives Out 3. The critically acclaimed series from director Rian Johnson will continue to explore Daniel Craig's detective Benoit Blanc, great name, but it's only been a week since anyone has seen Glass Onion, so what could we possibly know about Knives Out 3? Well, let's talk about it. First up, we know Knives Out 3 is happening. Okay, cool. Knives Out 3 is official. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Just kidding. Before we even knew there was a first installment of Knives Out, the Paths of Destiny were already in play. The original Netflix contracted it out in the deal worth $450 million. The deal outlined that there would be a minimum 2 Knives Out sequels, so Part 3 is locked and loaded. The only thing that could stop Knives Out 3 from being released for excited fans all over the world would be some kind of Knives Out type real-life situation, in which case Benoit Blanc would have to break the fourth wall and enter reality to solve the crime. It would be a whole thing. Not to mention, director Rian Johnson and star actor Daniel Craig have both stated they're open to doing it again. Apparently, they're having that much fun, and it seems pretty obvious based on the movies that everyone involved is having a blast. So who will survive? Who will return? And what will the cost of Knives Out 3 look like? I'll give you one guess as to who is guaranteed to return for Part 3. Go ahead, leave a comment. I'm waiting. Okay, spoiler alert, Daniel Craig as Detective Benoit Blanc. Shocker, right? Again, his involvement was written into the Netflix deal. It seems as if Netflix and Johnson left no stone unturned. They certainly crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. It would take a huge something or other for Craig not to return. The twist would have to be something like Detective Blanc is the murderer and goes to prison, or he's killed. I don't know, but it seems unlikely. Most likely is that the cast of Knives Out 3 will be fresh new faces. Just like Glass Onion's cast is a new legion of talent and inspired new characters, there is a rumor that a recurring or returning character may be Hugh Grant, spoiler alert, who has a brief cameo as Blanc's partner Philip in Glass Onion. It's not explicit in the film, but director Rian Johnson has confirmed that the detective Benoit Blanc is gay. So who knows? Maybe we'll learn about his personal life in Part 3. So who done it? Does Glass Onion set us up for a sequel? Glass Onion does directly set up a sequel, but then again, Knives Out certainly didn't set up Glass Onion. Each film has been a standalone mystery with one central component, the brilliant detective who is there to solve the mystery. What makes the series of films so charming is the way the stories are told, like Agatha Christie novels, through the lens of totally new characters, each deeply thought out to play a distinct role in the shenanigans of the plot. Knives Out had a great cast, and each actor brought their character to life in brilliant and funny ways. The same goes for Glass Onion, bringing a new set of players to the game. Blanc is the key, which makes each film even more exciting. We get to see his detective mastery on full display as he engages with the different characters and their insecurities and fears, even their violent neurosis. The key through it all is Detective Blanc. The mystery, the intrigue. How will they keep us engaged? When you watch movies like Knives Out and Glass Onion, you have to ask yourself, how do they come up with this? The stories are complex, with deep, fascinating characters. Rian Johnson and his crew create rich worlds full of life and texture. Each character is developed and thought out. Ultimately, what audiences get is top-notch entertainment in a beautifully packaged mystery reminiscent of the golden age of cinema. So the challenge, and I imagine the fun, is to make Knives Out 3 as exciting and fresh as the first two films. Presumably, the crime will be a murder. They are the most juicy after all. The mystery will have to enrapture not just us at home or viewing in the theater, but the cast and Detective Blanc as well. This is what makes the storytelling so rich. Each moment is another layer peeled back and revealed, then in one shining moment, all is revealed and the audience is let in on the secret. It's super fun. Now, what about Blanc? Some fan rumors are already brewing on the internet. Maybe the third installment could explore more of the intimate details of Blanc's home life. Now that we've been introduced to Hugh Grant's character, there may be open doors to a better understanding of what makes the brilliant detective tick, so to speak. There could be some fascinating areas to explore with previous cases or events in his past that have brought him to where he is. There's so much to explore, so much fun to be had. Like many classic mysteries, what if the crime is brought close to home? Blanc could be a suspect and have to prove his own innocence. Or what if he has to lie or go against his better judgment to protect someone close to him, like a loved one or family member? It might even be possible that some event brings characters together from Knives Out and Glass Onion. Who knows? This is what makes storytelling so fun, and it's why audiences love a good movie. Next, status is everything. In both film installments, Knives Out and Glass Onion, wealth has played a large role in the affairs of the characters. Money has always been a classic element in film to bring about betrayal and mistrust, deception, and yes, murder. Knives Out spoke to the ideals of old money. Each character played an archetype within an obnoxious and greedy family of slime. The entitlement was palpable. No one could be trusted, and each of them was looking out for one person and one person alone, themselves. Glass Onion explores a different version of the evils of money. New money is at the forefront of the unfolding conflicts. Each film explores these concepts beautifully, in its own terms. Detective Blanc seamlessly integrates himself as the understanding outsider. He understands all the nuances of the families and the characters. Greed and betrayal are the work he does. This is what makes him the perfect detective in these films. So, who is everyone's favorite characters? Knives Out gave audiences some really memorable characters, and for that, we thank them. Let's talk about Glass Onion next time. But who is your favorite? Leave a comment below and let us know. With so many great and weird characters to choose from, I think we can come up with a great list, but I really want to know who takes the cake. Characters aside, I don't even know who my favorite actor or actress in the movie is. Ana de Armas delivers a great performance as the poor housekeeper thrown into an insane family's greedy mess after Harlan Thrombey. Chris Evans is great as the cocky member of the family who tries to play it cool. Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Lakeith Stanfield, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Toni Collette, Christopher Plummer, Don Johnson, Catherine Langford, Kay Callan. I mean, come on, the cast is stellar. We could go on, and by the way, I didn't even mention Daniel Craig, the glue that holds it all together. So again, please leave a comment and let us know who you enjoyed the best. And when will we see Knives Out 3? Let's be honest, your guess is as good as mine. Leave a comment and you'll have endless bragging rights if you guess the right month or even the day the movie is released. The first film installment, Knives Out, was released in theaters in 2019. Simpler times back then with COVID and Trump. JK, let's not go there. Moving on. Glass Onion is here 3 years later in November 2022. New president, theaters are back, etc. Okay, I'm kidding. Netflix, in all their glory, would probably like to see a much quicker turnaround for Knives Out 3 if they can manage it. Rian Johnson has to write a great script and they have to cast actors and find locations and then go into production and then post-production. Goodness, making movies is a serious business. Lots to do. But Netflix paid a pretty penny, or actually something more like an absurd amount of money, and word on the street is that Knives Out and Glass Onion were fairly easy and quick shoots. This bodes well for Netflix and fans who are excited for another film with everyone's favorite new detective. If a script is ready sooner than later and they get the and start filming in the next year, then it's possible we could see Knives Out 3 sometime in 2024, maybe in time for Christmas. What do you guys think? Just like the mysteries within the films, the mystery of what comes next is almost as intriguing. So many possibilities of what may come. Let's all do our best Detective Blanc impression and try to solve the mystery of Knives Out 3. Thanks so much for watching, and leave your thoughts about Glass Onion. It's already Netflix's biggest theatrical release of all time, and it was just released. In the meantime, please like and subscribe so you can keep coming back and let us entertain you. Until next time, take care. We'll see you soon.